In this short video, we'll help you work out whether you'll need UK building regulations for your garden building. Building regulations is one of the most common questions that comes to mind when people first consider a garden building. Building regulations are designed to ensure that buildings meet current standards for foundations, insulation, ventilation, plumbing, electrics and fire safety. For most types of home improvements to create extra space or change the use of space, you need to apply for building regulations approval. For a garden building, whether you need to apply depends on the following: whether your building is going to be used as sleeping accommodation, what the size of your building is, and how close to the boundary your building will be. If you're intending to use your garden building for sleeping accommodation, even if only occasionally, you will need to apply for building regulations approval. This is because for sleeping accommodation, fire safety is an essential safeguard. But for any use which doesn't require sleeping accommodation, such as an office, music studio, arts or crafts workshop, hobby room or summer house, you're not required to obtain building regulations approval, providing you meet all the other conditions. The size of your garden building and where it is positioned in relation to the boundary also go towards determining whether you need to apply for building regulations approval. If it is smaller than 15 square metres in floor area, there is no requirement for building regulations approval. If it's between 15 and 30 square metres, there is still no requirement as long as it is at least 1 metre from the boundary. Larger than 30 square metres, you will need to apply for building regulations approval. Many garden buildings designed for daytime use are possible without applying for building regulations, and if you want to avoid building regulations, it's best to buy a building design with that in mind. On the other hand, if you found through watching this video that you will need to meet building regulations, don't give up on your project. It's still perfectly possible to apply for and receive building regulations approval for many garden building projects. If you'd like some free advice, you can get in touch using the contact form on our website. You'll find it further down the page. And if you found this information useful, more common questions and answers about garden buildings are contained in our free ebook, which is also available on our website. It covers planning permission, building regulations, foundations, insulation, the lifespan of garden buildings and their long-term value. If you download it now, you can find out whether a garden studio is the best solution to your family's needs for more space at home.